We are here on the Good Times Show with Ebony Canion.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, a couple of days ago, we talked about the story of Ebony and, you know, the struggle that she went through and the tragedy. And we just wanted to get you on the show to hear the full story and the full detail of what really happened.
Absolutely. Because on Wednesdays, just to say this, on Wednesdays, we call it Wild Wednesdays. And your story is truly like, wow. When the princess brought your story to me, I was...
Right, it is.
Yeah, I was at awe. So definitely go ahead and take us through the entire situation.
Okay, what happened was I was out with myself and my sister and a couple cousins of mine, and it was the weekend before my birthday, and, you know, we went out and were celebrating my birthday, so we get home to my sister's house, and there's a car in the driveway, and, of course, it's like 2:30 in the morning, so, you know, we're trying to figure out who could possibly be sitting in the driveway all the way up in the driveway on top of that. So we put in the driveway, and we blow the horn a couple of times, you know, to see who it is, and we see that there's 5 heads in the car, you know, so that's really suspicious right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we asked them to get out the driveway. They wouldn't get out. So my grandmother just happens to stay a couple doors over, so we parked the truck down the street. And 2 of us walked down the street, which is I'm included, and go down there, you know, ask, are you looking for anybody? Is everything okay? So the girls, you know, they get smart, and I stand there and I said, listen, I said, wait a minute. I said, it's my birthday weekend. I have 4 children at home, and I'm a widow, and I don't want any trouble. And, of course, there's always somebody in the bunch who has something to say, and this and that. So that right there didn't sit right with my sister, you know, so she asked them to leave in her way. So they finally backed out the driveway and backed across the street and sat in somebody else's driveway for a minute. And in the meantime, a couple of my other family members came down the street also. So we're standing on the side of the curb, and the girls jump out the car. And I'm like, oh, gosh, here's trouble. So I try again to be the peacemaker. You know, why don't y'all just leave? Nobody wants trouble. We're going in the house. Nobody wants trouble. So all of a sudden, we're standing in a line, myself and 4 of my family members, we're standing in a line, and all of a sudden, but they're going off in the meantime, while I'm trying to keep the peace. And all of a sudden, one of the girls attacked me, and all of them follow in, and then my family helps. And my nephew runs out the house in the midst of it, he helps break it up or whatever. So after the fight is broken up, they get in their car, and we're thinking they're leaving, you know, because everything has happened, so we're thinking they're leaving.
Right.
And I'm standing on the side of the curb, and all of a sudden they throw something out of the car towards us. And that automatically struck one of my family members. They threw something back at the car. So so it got to be over now. Because we hear the car start up, headlights come on, engine roar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm standing on the curb across the street, directly across the street from them. And I see the car coming towards me, never thinking that they're coming straight because you could have went right or you could have went left, in order to go home or whatever. But the car continues to come towards me, and I brace the hood, and I say, hold on. And that's the last thing I remember. But my family tells me from there that they kept going, and the car was barely going because my body was folded up under the car. They didn't even know why I went. Only way that they knew it was me because they saw blood. I was up under the car because they saw blood tracks going down the street. So my nephew chases the car and he hits on the car. My auntie's under there, and they keep going and turn the corner. And as they turn the corner, my body falls from up under the car. And my family members come, the rest of the family comes rushing down, and they're trying to stop the bleeding or whatever, and telling me to fight for my kids or whatever. And the car kept going. They kept on going.
Now, did they ever catch this woman?
Actually, one of the people in the car, not the driver, turned herself in. So she turned herself in and gave the woman's name. They actually caught the woman, and she fled to Florida. And they went down to Florida and got her, and they brought her back and gave her a high bond, and she put in for a bond reduction. And they granted her that, so she's now out on bond and wants a trial because she says she didn't do it on purpose.
Wow.
So trial starts next month.
Wow.
So
it's amazing.
Now,
it's amazing.
through this, you was taken to the hospital, and correct me if I'm wrong. The doctors told you that you would never walk or talk again.
Right. They told my family that I probably won't walk. I probably won't talk. My phone is going crazy. I probably won't talk. They said I may be paralyzed, vegetable. All kind of things that they told my family, that may happen. And when I woke up, because I was in a induced coma for 2 months. I was in hospital for 4. But I I was in induced coma for 2. And when I woke up, I couldn't feel from my neck down. But as time went, I started to get feeling back, and now I can feel everything besides my feet. But it's coming back.
Wow.
That is amazing. And I mean, I follow you on Instagram, and I've seen all your pictures, and you're up walking, and I seen you, you posted a picture and you said, my little silver tool, but it's only temporary. And I mean, you're up walking, doing fine.
I'm good. After so much, like I said, they put me together like Humpty Dumpty. Those doctors wasn't playing. I suffered. What did I suffer? 7 broken ribs, a broken leg, broken pelvis, dislocated spine, which has rise in my spine, my pelvis, and my leg, a fractured jaw and shoulder. My back was actually gone and tattooed with the asphalt from the ground on my back. And the left side of my face was kind of peeled up, and that had to be sewed back on. I lost 3 teeth. I nearly bit my tongue off. That had to be sewed back on. And I'm a miracle. God worked through those doctors and their hands and guided them the correct way, and they put me right on back together.
That is beyond amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
You have an amazing story. We couldn't, it's an honor to have you on our show. I just wanted the world, that didn't hear about this story to hear about this story, because God is good. And at the same time, it also teaches us that doctors don't know everything.
Exactly.
God has the last say so. I tell you that. He got the last say so.
Absolutely. Now, give out your Instagram for those listeners that want to, your Twitter and everything, that want to kind of follow you, because I'm quite sure, we're not going to be the last or probably the first radio station that want to hear your story, because you have an amazing story.
Yeah, yes. Not even kidding.
My Instagram page is survival_story, as well as my Twitter page is the exact same thing, survival_story. And I just want to, I want to be able to touch some people. There's somebody who's maybe in the hospital right now, who has scars or burns, and scared to come out to society, back into society, because it's kind of different when you're in the hospital, because there's someone around you that you can relate to, that maybe going through the same injury or has something, and maybe in therapy and struggling that way. But when you get back into society, reality hits. It's like, okay, well, maybe I am a little different, So there's somebody right now who's sitting there and is scared, and I want to let them know, keep your head up, embrace who you are. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not beautiful and you can't do this. You keep praying and have faith. He's listening, and he will be there for you, and that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, 100%. Well, I thank you so much for cutting time out of your day to come on here and talk to us and sharing your story with us.
I thank you so much for having me.
You have a blessed day.
You're welcome.
You too, and you guys do the same.
Keep it locked on the Good Time Show. We'll be right back.